This week we're going to be covering the differences between knee wraps and knee sleeves. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that now, and if you find this video helpful, please hit me with a like. I'd greatly appreciate the support. So we're going to start off with the knee wraps. Now these are sold in pairs of 2. They retail for right around $20 depending on what brand name you buy. And these are mainly worn by professional bodybuilders. It allows them to lift more weight. So the way these go on is they get wrapped around the knee joint very, very tightly. And so when you are on the concentric part of your squat, it is like winding up a tight spring. And so when you go into the down position, you're not even lifting all the weight in the squat. The elasticity force that you build up wrapping these around your knee joints is what's helping you power that weight back up, which is why competition lifters love it. Now how they work is they get wrapped around the knee joint. Some of the disadvantages to that though is because of the way they're wrapped, it actually pushes the patella into the thigh bone. And that also creates more friction between the patella and the tendon, and so down the road it can lead to problems like arthritis and things like that. So it does change the mechanics of the lift. So another disadvantage to the knee wraps is the way they get put on, they are not designed to stay on for your entire workout. You're going to put those on for your heavy sets and then you're going to remove them. And here in a minute we're going to go over how to properly put on knee wraps. And you're going to see it is a bit of a chore putting them on. Now one of the advantages to them is the obvious: you're going to lift more weight. Because of how tightly they're being wrapped and the material they're made out of, you are building up that elasticity in the knee wrap. And so again, when you are coming up from the squat in the bottom position, all that elastic energy is helping you power that weight up. You are going to add between 15 to 30% onto your squat using knee wraps. And so again, knee wraps are going to be worn mostly by professional competition power lifters, and bodybuilders may also use them as well. I do not recommend them for any of you young athletes that are playing sports. It's not really strengthening your quad muscles. It's because of the way they're wrapped around the knee joint and that elastic energy. It's basically giving you false numbers, I call it. If you were to squat raw versus squat with the knee wraps, you're obviously going to lift a lot more weight. But again, that weight's not coming from your strength. A lot of that weight is coming from the elastic energy built up in the wrap. So I do not recommend it for young lifters. Power lifters, absolutely, if that's your goal, or if you're going to set a competition max, if you're a young lifter aiming for that realm, they're definitely for you. Now moving on to knee sleeves, and then we will get into how to put them both on. So here we have a pair of knee sleeves, and again, these are sold in pairs, and these are going to be twice the price of knee wraps. You can get a good set of these for $40. I personally use SBD. They're going to retail for just over $90 shipped to your door. Now the main purpose of knee sleeves is to protect the knee joint. They're going to give you added compression, added warmth, and overall protect that joint, and also help you with the mechanics of your lift. So what they are not, first off, is a replacement for a knee brace. They are designed to prevent future injury and damage to the knee joint. They are not going to help with pre-existing conditions. So what they are going to do is add valuable compression, which is going to increase blood flow and reduce pain and swelling in the knee joint, which is then going to also help you to recover quicker so you can hit more leg workouts. They're also going to help with the mechanics of the lift by limiting that patella movement. Now where I recommend these is, I don't like what I call cheating devices, because I'm not a competition lifter first off, so that's why I don't like what I call cheating devices that add false weight. Like a knee wrap is going to increase my squat, but that's not my strength, that's the equipment. Knee sleeves are not in that category. Knee sleeves, I started using them around my mid-30s. I'm in my late 30s now. I just got a little uneasy when I was squatting, felt a little discomfort in the knee, and I'll tell you, I can't say enough about them. Absolutely love them. I now use these for every set of squat and hack squat. Some people will also use knee wraps and knee sleeves for deadlift. So these are not what I classify as a cheating device. I did see my squat go up about 25 pounds, but that was more because of the new stability I found through wearing the sleeves, not through the sleeve itself adding weight. I recommend this to anybody. I tell my boys that lift down here, once they get into their upper sets, even if they felt good in the beginning, put them on. I really recommend them on every set just for that protection. So like anything, they're not a magical fix. Where they will improve your mechanics of the lift, you still need to be doing the lift properly. These are not going to do it alone. So you do need to be diligent in how you're lifting. Another tip I'm going to throw out there, you've heard me mention mind-muscle connection in previous videos. Another thing I'm going to throw out there is record yourself when you do your lifts. That's what I do. I'll throw a camcorder on there. I'll record my squat to see how low I'm going. I'll record my deadlift to see if my butt's coming up before my shoulders, things like that. So record yourself and check your mechanics too. So now we're going to cover putting on each. So starting off with a knee wrap. You're going to stretch your foot straight out and lock it out. That is going to make your quad muscle smaller by raising it up. We're going to start at that little bump right below your knee, and you're going to put that strap right there. And you are going to start pulling this tight right off the bat. We're not going to wrap a loose round and then start wrapping tight. We're going to wrap super, super tight all the way around right from the get-go. Just like that. And then, when we come around, each time we're going to half overlap the previous wind. Now what guys will do here is they'll put their knee on their leg and use that as leverage to pull this even tighter around. Let's see if I can show you here a little better. So you can put your knee here, use that to push on that and bring it around. And so you're just going to keep wrapping this as tight as you can go. Now I don't do that trick. I'm just showing you what a lot of guys will use, the professional lifters, to get that's even tighter. We're going to go a couple wraps up above the knee joint. Now these are really long for the size of my legs. So if you have extra, you can then do a cross pattern where you go down and then bring it back up and around. Now on the last wind, you're going to leave a little distance in there, pull this around, and just tuck that right in. And that's all there is to installing the knee wraps. These are so tight and so compressioned that you can't hardly bend your knee joint when put on properly. And so when you put these on, you will see what I mean by that build-up elastic energy that is lifting most of that weight out of the lower part of the squat. And again, this is just about cutting off circulation, it feels like. So again, you're going to use these on your high sets, and then they're going to come off after every single set and be reapplied. To take them off, you're simply going to pull that out and unwind it. Proper storage of these is going to be just like if you own a leather belt, you want to wind it up in a circle. You don't want to fold them. If they get really sweaty and smelly, hang them out to dry before you would wind them up and put them away. Now the knee sleeves are going to be a little bit different. There is a left and a right, and they're labeled on the tag inside. So you're going to go ahead and fold the top half down over the bottom half. Just like that there. Just going to slip it right over your leg. And then we're going to pull this up until it pops up over our calf. Right there. From there, we're just going to unfold that top half now. And if you need to, you can adjust and snug it up a little tighter. And this can stay on for the duration of your workout. These do not need to be taken off and back on. They can stay on for your entire workout. When you go on the different manufacturers' websites, they're going to tell you how to size them. You do want them a little snug. So just depending on the size of your knee and the size of your calf, if you want them a little tighter, every manufacturer is going to tell you, order this size for a snug fit, order this size for a little bit tighter fit. You do want a little tighter. And so then to remove them, you're just going to fold it right down and pull it inside out as you slip it off your leg. And then I leave mine like this to dry, and then I keep them in a gym bag that I do not zipper close. That way it's got constant fresh air movement, and I have never in years had these ever smell. I don't need to spray them with anything. Just leaving them get some air takes care of it. And I just store them just like that in my gym bag, folded inside out until I use them the next time. So I really hope this information helped you out. Again, knee sleeves, highly, highly recommend. If you're on a budget, this is definitely at the top of my list of assistant devices I will purchase. Again, once you mess up knees, back, shoulders, they're never 100% again. This is an excellent, excellent insurance policy. I'm going to put a link down below in the description of the video on some high recommended and highly rated products that you can pick up on Amazon. Have them to your door in a couple days. So again, hope this helped you out. If you have any questions, throw a comment down below. Really appreciate you watching.